Alright, recording this wrestling tragedy number 2 ahead of time. This was requested by Mr. Spider Zero 2099, 2099, 2099, whatever the fuck you want me to call you. Hopefully it's one of those. If not, I failed, but that's okay because I don't care that much. But yeah, thank you for requesting. And I'll be making sure to keep on doing this series. If you didn't see the one before, I might end up putting the link in the description box when I upload this one. It was about the Owen Hart incident, and if you know what that is, you might be entertained. Not really entertained, but like it might help you respect the guy a little more, or at least, you know, it's hard to explain what I'm trying to say. But anyways, David Arquette winning the WCW championship and really having any type of really kind of spot in WCW. First off, if you've seen the movie Ready to Rumble, this was after that. They filmed that movie. They liked what happened. They thought, oh, let's make David Arquette an actor. And yes, for you Vince Russo haters, it was Russo's idea. But good old Wikipedia. Not going to really read off until I need to, but before winning the WCW Championship, Arquette would appear on numerous Nitros. Actually, he pinned Bischoff twice. Not only does that prove Arquette can be a real superstar, obviously, but Bischoff needs to get the fuck out of storylines when it came to WCW, but of course it's too late now. He only appeared as a champion on May 1st Nitro and May 7th the Slamboree pay-per-view, where he had helped Double J, Jeff Jarrett, win the championship after betraying Diamond Dallas Page. The night after, he would explain something. He would appear at the WCW New Blood Rising pay-per-view, interfering between Buff Bagwell and Canyon, and that was about it for David Arquette. Pretty much arrived, raised hell, screwed everyone over, became one of the worst champions in history, and of course, left. I'm going to read this last sentence because it's actually pretty important. Arquette was vehemently against becoming the WCW World Champion, which I do not believe. I believe Arquette thought this would be good publicity for his own career, as well as WCW, kind of like that unification type thing, where having a benefit these guys benefit myself. At the time, at least, that's probably what David Arquette thought. I think at the time, David Arquette probably said, might as well if it's only for a little bit, from a business standpoint. He probably regrets it now, possibly, but at the time, I honestly think he wanted the WCW Championship just for a couple weeks, at least 2. Believing the fans, like himself, would detest a non-wrestler winning the title. Of course, that's what happened. Here's where you guys get the bitch. Of course, this is Wikipedia, so don't hold every single thing. If you know who Vince Russo is, you know who David Arquette is, and you really know how WCW is run, you could form your own opinion. But don't just trust everything I'm reading and saying, because this is part Wikipedia, part my opinion, and pretty much assumptions. Vince Russo, who was the head booker for WCW at the time, insists that Arquette becoming the World Heavyweight Champion would be good for the company and for publicity. Again, David Arquette, even if he was against it at first, he decided, okay, I agree. It was Vince Russo's idea, which is why a lot of people say Vince Russo killed WCW. I don't care what anybody says, he was part, and I repeat, part of the death of the WCW. Other people to blame. Kevin Nash's selfishness. Hulk Hogan winning all the power. Eric Bischoff. And of course, the poor management that was WCW. Financially, especially, was the poor management of WCW. Anyways, this is what, I think this can't really be denied, but if this is true, thank you, Vince Russo. Okay, well, it also says Arquette reluctantly agreed to the angle. Whoever wrote this must be an Arquette fan. Anyways, all the money he made during his WCW tenure, this is David Arquette, so not thank you Vince Russo, thank you David Arquette, was donated to the families of Owen Hart. Remember, this was literally a year after the Owen Hart incident. Of course, Brian Pillman, who died to complications with his heart. I don't think it was a heart attack, but it was just complications. And, of course, the guy, none other than Darren Drozdov, who became I'm going to try to say this, quadriplegic after an in-ring incident, pretty much where he lay on his neck and paralyzed. Yeah. So thank you, Arquette, for doing that. That's on his own. I think is a way if he really was sorry. I think that's what he's trying to do, to say, I'm sorry. Let me help these guys. Let me help these families. And that's good because I mean, David Arquette's an actor, and actors make quite a bit of money. So, duh. I think that's enough on its own. He would, of course, make an appearance on February 8th, 2002 SmackDown, popping up the crowd, holding up sign, former WCW World Champion. I don't remember that episode. I do remember this. On December 13, 2010, Arquette appeared on WWE Raw as one of the presenters during the 2010 Slammy Awards. During the time, he adopted a comical heel gimmick, which was okay. He later teamed with Alex Riley in a former champion's 2-on-1 handicap match in a losing effort to Randy Orton. So that was okay, I guess. You might as well use a guy who, in his own way, is famous, I guess. Honestly, he should have never been WCW champion. That's obvious. You could have had maybe an Arquette versus Bischoff match and maybe have Arquette screw, DDP over for Jeff Jarrett. But in the match, wrestling on Nitro, you might as well have thrown the belt on Dennis Rodman, is all I'm fucking saying. It was stupid on Vince Russo's behalf. It was stupid on David Arquette's to accept that he could say, I can still be a figure. I could even wrestle for the WCW Championship. But to win it, to actually win the belt, is, again, it's what helped kill WCW finally. Is really what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to think of a good example. I was gonna use Drew Carey, but that's not it. It would be like, shit. I'm trying to think of a celebrity. People that might actually like Mike Tyson winning the goddamn belt. Damn, I can't think of a celebrity right now. Fuck it, Mike Tyson winning the belt. He's a celebrity. He doesn't need the belt. So, that's the best example I can give. I think people would actually like that. I can't think of anybody else, honestly, right now. Celebrities kind of just come and go when it comes to WWE, so I can't think of anybody. Or a Drew Carey, or a Jeremy Piven. Somebody like that. The guy that was like, on John Cena, yeah. Not really much else to say about this, except for if you're one of the people that say this is what killed WCW, no, it wasn't. It definitely helped finish off WCW near the 2001 time, but it's not really what killed WCW. Again, Hogan, Nash, the NWO, Eric Bischoff, the poor management, the poor booking on Russo's behalf. And, of course, Arquette becoming champion. So many things killed WCW. People just like to target one thing and say, this is what killed WCW, or say, this is what number one killed WCW. Really, you can't put a number one label on any of those, because even though Hogan was at top, he was on top of the E, so that happened. Kevin Nash being selfish. Kevin Nash actually helped make money a little bit, so can't totally bash him. Eric Bischoff, again, another person that helped make money, so you can't really bash him 100%. Vince Russo, he did a couple good stuff in a way, so can't totally bash him. And of course, Arquette, in the end, giving money to three very families and draws who really needed it, Yeah. But, I'm no Arquette fan by any means, but the way people shit on the poor guy is kind of like, really? Just, point is, it's been more than 10 years. I think, being precise, it's been about 12. So, get the fuck over it. David Arquette was not the only person that killed WCW, so you might as well get over it and move on with your life. This is Wrestling Tragedy number 2. If you like this, you can subscribe up there. Give this a thumbs up. Comment below. What do you think about David Arquette? Are you over it? Did it piss you off at the time? Whatever you feel like commenting, of course. And we'll talk to you later. This is from the Mr. Race. This is Wrestling in AM 11. We'll talk to you later. Peace.